Okay, so we're going to try and set up our first incursion. So we're going to use our events screen and we're going to make a new event. And so for here, you'll get prompted through. I'll do one now so we can see it go by live. So we're looking at a single day incursion at the moment. We'll do training in these other ones later, but starting with the incursion, this is a same day incursion. It's held on the school grounds. This is what needs to be completed as our starting point. So I'm going to use as an example, I'm going to bring in a guest speaker into my aviation class. I'm going to call sample again. As we're going through this little note you put here is quite important. So this is almost the case of the note that you would have done in the past. This is going to inform the parents. You want a good couple of sentences here to explain what is actually going to happen. So in this case, I've just made this up, that Year 9 aviation students will attend a presentation during their usual class time from an air traffic controller. Okay, whilst aligned with the curriculum, part of the presentation will show visual footage from the Control Tower Operations Centre, which is rated M. Alternate arrangements will be provided for those students. So you're taking this example as we work through, this is the proposal, and this is the bulk of the work. So it's an academic class. We don't have aviation, but let's just go with it for now. The activity type, you can choose here. This is the key, added to team up with no additional risk required. This is the one that can be used if you don't need to do the additional planning that other modules will require. See, educational purpose here will be, it might be curriculum studies or whatever it is that you're actually doing, hopefully spelled correctly, unlike that. If you've budgeted for it or not, it might have no charge. You'll put that in here if that is the case. Is there a student cost, yes or no? So let's say it did cost me $100 to have this guest speaker come out and it was coming from this GL code. I'm not charging. If I'm charging the students, I can add it here, but in this case, I'm not. It's included in our budgets. We're at school, so I'm going to put this in classroom M8 as an example, if that's where it is. No transport is required, and I'm running this on. Let's run it on 6th of May. There we go. Start time for this session is 11:10 is what this class is, so you will just put that in, and it's finishing at 12:05, so you can select that and put it in. Can I just ask, when you do this, make sure you've got your AM PMs right. A lot of the times when we've got something in the morning that's finishing after 12 o'clock during the day, people are selecting 12:05 AM, and of course that's making a 13-hour event instead of a 1-hour event. So just be mindful of that. When you put in your excursion, put in your name, it is going to bring in, it's going to find you, and it's going to bring in your details. If you don't want your personal mobile there, you can change that to your office extension or whatever it may be. Let me try and get that right. And who's involved. So in this case, it's the Year 9 aviation class. No relief is required, but you can add attachments here if you need. And then we are basically done. We need to select our approval streams. This is a senior school, so it's going to go through your head of department, and it's going to come to me, who will sign off on this going forward. So just a quick note here on the save. Save will not send it through your approval stream, but it will just say what you've done so you can come back to it. As soon as you click save and begin approval and you put your head of department in there, for this argument now, I'll put myself in there. As soon as you press save and begin approval, this is going to be sent directly to the head of department that you've nominated. They will say yes to it, and then it will come to me, who will then sign off on that to go forward.